I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Robb McGee.
And this is Real Talk with Robb and Craig on Thursday. We're a little bit later because we try and get this done by 1 o'clock our time. It is the 15th of July. Can you believe that?
We were taking care of business earlier.
TCB, baby.
Yeah. 15th of July. Which means, wait, 15th of July, we're exactly halfway through the year, right?
On July 1st we were.
Oh, ignore what I said.
Oh,
we're over halfway through the year. Thanks, Janet.
Guys, today we are talking about what kind of separates Gold Financial Gig Harbor, and really most of Gold Financial, what separates us from our competitors.
The trends that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Turn times. How long it takes you to close on a loan, whether you're buying a house or refinancing your existing mortgage. It's something, and we've talked about it a few times. You know, when COVID hit, a lot of people got sent home, working from home. A lot of companies had layoffs. There was a reduction in interest rates that caused a glut in business. And what happened as a result of that? Everything took way longer. Appraisals took longer. Title searches took longer. Processing and underwriting took longer. And that resulted in a much longer process from start to finish. Craig pulled up a report today that tells us...
It tells us, first I want to go back and say our turn times, the reason we do things the way that we do in this office, and we have other offices that we're lucky that work with us, we do it systematically so we close loans faster than most. And what Robb will tell you as he reads through these typical close times, we're cutting almost in half of what most of the industry is doing still to this day. It's amazing that we can get the same files done in half the time.
Yeah.
And really, it's kind of been something that I've been doing for most of my career.
It's true. And you know what? It's no big secret. It's about being efficient. It's about having systems in place. It's about following those same procedures for every loan. Every file is unique in its own way and will have different challenges, but they're more similar than they are unique. And so we follow the same system every time, and we have a plan in place. The person holding the camera today is Janet. She has a definitive path that she works on. She and Lana in our processing team. We do our processing here locally, right at branch level. Our underwriters have a defined turn time that they work within. And by following those systems, it allows us, really, we avoided the numbers I'm going to read to you right now. So, nationwide, year to date in 2021, the average conventional purchase transaction is taking 47 days. 47 days.
I'm going to step in and say the Lee-McGee team, 26 days.
26 days is how long our average turn time is on a conventional purchase. Now, what does 47 days mean to you as a consumer? It can mean a lot of things. It could mean that you lose the house you're trying to buy, or your offer is not accepted due to the fact that your turn time is going to be too long. It's going to cost you extensions in your locks, and those are costs that you have to pay for in most cases. It could mean that you break contract. If your offer was accepted with a 30-day turn time and your lender's pushing you out 17 days additional, you're out of contract. And in this market, that can be a scary proposition because it gives your seller the right to say, forget it, I'm putting it back on the market for more money than I was going to sell it to you for. And with the values increasing like they are, that's a very real risk.
Yeah.
Next, we have conventional refinance. We saw a lot of refinances in 2020 and so far in 2021 because interest rates are good. The average turn time on a conventional refinance, 35 days. Now here's something that is not burdened by a real estate contract. When you're refinancing, you don't have any deadline to meet. But the faster you get it done is going to mean less fees to you in the terms of lock. It can mean better interest rates on a shorter lock. And what is our turn time, Craig, on a conventional refinance?
Well, across the board, the Lee-McGee is at 26 days.
Average for all transactions.
Owners, and the office is at 27 and a half days.
Yeah.
So that's everybody that works out of this group, which is pretty phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The Lee-McGee team has you know, we bumped for 3 days because we were at 23 days for years. And so we've bumped it up a little bit, and we will.
COVID affected us a little bit,
sure,
but certainly not like
on refinances. I just want to say that on refinances, you do have, once we put it in and we lock you, that's the date that we work off of, and we kind of put that in and work backwards. Where a lot of companies will see that refinance and say, "Yeah, they're not going to lose their house. They don't have to worry about this or that," and they don't attack it, for lack of better words, the way that we do.
Right.
And we do people the way we want to be treated.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for us.
Yeah. FHA purchase is the next, and this is tied with the conventional purchase turn times. National average so far 2021, 47 days, just like conventional. And just like conventional purchases, our average is 26 days on FHA purchase. FHA refinance, a little bit better than the conventional refinance. 32 days is the national average. Why would FHA be faster?
Well, you know what? Because there's got to be a lot of the Streamline refinances going through them.
Right.
Right. That's the only thing. So there's no appraisal involved in that case, and the numbers have to work out just right. So that's probably why that would change it.
You know, we do Streamline FHA refinance as well, but oftentimes we recommend against it. You know why? On an FHA Streamline refinance, you can't include your closing costs in your loan balance. That means you come to the table with cash out of pocket. One of the things we always try to do is have you show up to the closing table with like gum in your pocket, and that's it. No money at the closing table, and we roll it into the loan for you, and it seems to be, well, I'll tell you, when I refinance, that's what I did, and it's a lot more convenient. So that's why we don't do as many FHA Streamlines. However, our average turn time for FHA refinance, 26 days. So just like everything. Next, we have VA purchase. This one, this time frame is the longest of all of the loan styles that we checked, and probably the reason is the VA appraisal system.
Yeah, they have. Well, that is more than likely going to be something that. Well, I can just tell you, out of 2 files, we only have 2 files, Janet, that went outside of our average. Guess what they were? VA, and guess why?
Appraisal.
Right. So I can go back and show that.
Yeah.
It's.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking VA is that we have 10 business days for them to get them back to us, unless they're in Texas, where it's just having a little problem with that.
Well, it's not. No, because we're talking about, when we say 26 days, we're talking about
Lee-McGee.
team,
Okay.
and we only do ones here. Yeah. But as a whole, yes, and we do have an office down in Texas.
Yeah.
Again, we're at 26 days on an average.
Yeah. I didn't even say what the turn time was. Turn time to close, VA purchase, 49 days. That's a lot. Now, some sellers are nervous about accepting an offer that's VA. This is one of the reasons. They take longer, and the appraisal is more involved, and there's more hoops that a seller might have to jump through. Listen, if you're VA eligible, don't let that dissuade you. Always use your VA eligibility. Call me or Craig. We're experts at working through that stuff. Don't let anybody ever tell you you shouldn't use your VA benefit. Use it. If you qualify for it, it's a great product, and we'll help you get it done faster. So then the next thing, this one kind of surprised me, VA refinance. If you're watching this video and you have a VA loan, there's a product called a VA-IRRRL.
Stands for?
IRRRL stands for, it's IRRRL, stands for Interest Rate Reduction Refinance Loan. With a VA-IRRRL, so the national average is 42 days. Nowhere near with us. Why? There's no appraisal required. So the thing we were just talking about that sometimes causes a delay with VA financing, that's not even part of your life on a VA-IRRRL. There's no appraisal required. It's lower closing costs because we waive a bunch of we waive all lender fees.
Income.
Yeah, and there's no income verification. It's a true Streamline product, and you're allowed to roll the small closing costs that are part of the loan into the loan. So call us if you're on a VA loan and you want to see what interest rate you can get. And it certainly won't be 42 days from start to finish. No way. Oh, Craig just calculated really quickly. Here's how much you don't have to pay on a VA-IRRRL that you would have to pay on a normal refinance. $2,740.
There's no processing, no
Underwriting.
no appraisal.
No escrow fee.
Why do we do that? I
Well-
don't want to say it, and I don't want Janet to say it because we're both ex-military, so we kind of feel entitled.
We made a decision as a branch, Craig and I did, that we were going to honor our military veterans, active duty and military veterans. We made a branch decision here. Not everybody does this. We don't charge any lender fees. If you're active duty, military, or retired
or disabled,
if you're doing a VA IRRRL, we pick it all up for you. That's just our way of saying thank you for your service. So
I just want to say, with the exception, there's no appraisal, so obviously that's
Yeah.
$850 wiped out. We still pay for processing, underwriting, and we pay your escrow.
which on an IRRRL is going to be about $1,900.
Yeah.
We pay that out of the branch. So it's true savings for you. It's our way of saying thank you, and it's just a small thing we do.
It's the right thing to do, we think.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we all get to live in this great country and we can say whatever we want, but you wouldn't have so many people from other countries moving here and loving it in comparison to. And I mean, there's numbers that show how much people make in other countries around the world.
Right.
And hands down, America is the best country.
Always.
A couple things that we're kind of going to segue out of this is we had our Give Back Day.
Yes. Last week was the National Give Back Day for all of Gold Financial Services, and we wanted to let people know it went great. Thank you if you were one of the folks that contributed and helped us with that. We turned in well over, I was figuring between 60 and 70 pounds of food to Fish, the local food bank. And then we went to the Tacoma Rescue Mission and we donated dozens of coats to the Tacoma Rescue Mission. And I'm going to call Craig out a little bit here. He donated well north of a dozen suits in great condition, great looking suits. Why? Because the rescue mission helps people of both sexes, men and women. This only works for men, but if you are trying to get back on your feet and you're going to apply for a job, they help put you in a suit and give you a better chance at your interview. Yeah. So Craig donated thousands of dollars worth of suits to them, which is going to help somebody get a job.
I'm super fat now and I couldn't fit into any of them. That's what he didn't tell you. Some of those suits were 42s and I'm 48 now.
Yeah, you got too strong for them. They didn't fit right anymore. But the fact of the matter is, they're going to help somebody who's looking to start a new chapter in their life. Yeah. It might help them get a job. So you don't know what kind of impact that could have on somebody. So we're real pleased with the results. We were happy to do it, and we wanted to tell you that we're going to be continuing to give back all year long. We kept the bins that Craig brought in for food and coat donations. Please come by and see us here in Gig Harbor. Drop off a donation. We're going to be making another run in December, Janet. Mm-hmm. In December, we're going back to the Fish Food Bank, and we're going back to Tacoma Rescue Mission with coats. So if you want to help contribute and help families in need, please come by here at the office in Gig Harbor, and we will collect those donations from you, and we will take them and get them in the right hands.
When are we doing blood?
Well, we were supposed to do blood on the 8th, but
they were closed.
They were closed here in Gig Harbor. They're only open on Mondays. So we're going on Monday the 19th. Anybody that wants to is welcome to.
Janet's going with us.
This was the little card that kind of messed me up, and I didn't even realize that they didn't have enough people to be there open until they called and said,
that's too bad. And you know what, I know, I've gotten notifications from the blood center. There's a desperate need for blood. The donations are way down ever since COVID started, and then they had to shut down some of the blood donation sites during the heat we had last week.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, some of them weren't air conditioned, and it was dangerous. You can't have blood coming out of people and then send them into 110-degree heat, especially when a lot of homes don't have air conditioning. So they just shut them down, and that caused even further shortages. So they're in need of blood donations. We're going this coming Monday. Is that this coming?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you would like to go with us, come on by. We'll caravan out there. We'll all give blood and help out the region.
something off subject. Well, it's kind of a give back. So our CMA chapter, the ambassadors, are going on an ice cream run tomorrow in Port Orchard. If you want to find out the details and you'd like to show up and have ice cream with us, you're welcome to. Please call me or Rob, and I'm going to try and get Janet to go too, because they, you know what, the nice thing is this office totally supports the CMA chapter and helps me with all the stuff that I like to do with them. In addition,
we're proud to help them.
We'll go to the Veterans House. You know, we were kind of shut out because of COVID, but all the kind of stuff that we do and love doing it. I mean, if there's ever anything better than getting a gift, it's giving one. And man, it's awesome. Also, if you would like one of these car fresheners from the Lee-McGee team and Gold Financial Services, please give us a call. Or
by the way, Jill and Brent Brothers put in a request for car fresheners, and we mailed them out to them. So, Jill, how did it smell? Is it good? Let us know.
All right, guys. Please go to www.realtalk.mortgage. It'll take you to our YouTube channel. We would love if everybody could like, share, and subscribe to our channel there. I don't know what all it does is just to help get out the message of what we're trying to do here. Not just to make a good living for ourselves, but we want to help as many people as we can. And if you saw our profit and loss statement, you would know we kind of put our money where our mouth is.
We give a lot of it back.
We do give a lot of it back. And you know what? It feels pretty dang good. As long as we don't lose money, because we're still a profitable organization.
We're not a nonprofit.
That's all I got.
That's it.
I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Robb McGee.
And that's Real Talk with Robb and Craig.